Good morning, namaskar everyone. I request everybody to kindly take their seats. Our honorable chief guest, Dr. Kiran Bedi, ma'am has arrived. It's indeed an honor for all of us to have you, ma'am, here on this occasion. Thank you so much for coming and gracing this occasion. Who better than a mentor and a guide like you on this auspicious day of International Women's Day? आप सभी से निवेदन किया जाता है कृपया बैठ जाइए. I request everybody, especially towards the back of the hall, kindly take their seats. Namaste, good morning, and a very, very warm welcome everyone once again. ASRTU extend a very warm welcome to esteemed guests, dignitaries, and most importantly, the incredible women we are here to celebrate today. Smiles, smiles everywhere. So let's celebrate this auspicious occasion of International Women's Day as we celebrate the incredible women we are here. It's absolute honor for us to welcome you all to this momentous occasion when we come together to recognize and felicitate the brave and dedicated women drivers, bus drivers, and conductors of our public transport system. So big round of applause for all of us, especially our bus drivers and the conductors, for the incredible work that you all have been doing. On this International Women's Day, we are not only celebrate womanhood, but also encourage the courage, the strength, and of course the perseverance of the extraordinary women who have broken all the barriers and paved the way for the inclusivity in the public transport. We are privileged to have with us Dr. Kiran Bedi, ma'am, a trailblazer in law enforcement, sports, literature, and social reforms, who embodies the very spirit of today's event, making her the perfect chief guest of the occasion. There's so much to talk about you, ma'am, from the academic journey as a political science lecturer to becoming the first women, ji haan, ye pehli mahila thi, to join the Indian Police Services, paving the way for women in law enforcement. Back in those days, she was the one actually who started. So ek baar zordar taaliyan Dr. Bedi ke liye, for she has given us so much. With a lustrous career spanning for over 35 long years, Dr. Bedi holds the key roles in police force, including narcotics officer, anti-terrorism specialist, and administrator. She played a crucial role in introducing prison reforms in India, bringing about the significant changes in the criminal justice system. Ma'am, your contributions beyond India when she became the first woman and the first Indian to serve as the United Nations Civilian Police Advisor in peacekeeping operations. Additionally, she held the esteemed position of 24th Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. Ma'am has remarkable work who has earned her numerous awards, both in India and international. She's also Asia's tennis champion, and that's the reason for the glow on her skin and the charm and that vigor. Ma'am is a prolific author as well. She has so many feathers in a lustrous cap. May I please request ma'am to join us here on the dais. I request ED, Dr. T. Kiran, to kindly welcome Dr. Bedi, our chief guest, today on the stage. We are privileged to have with us Shri D. Tirumala Rao, IPS MD APSRTC and Vice President ASRTU. May I request Shri Rao to kindly join us here on the stage. Ms. Priyanka M., IAS and Managing Director, Northwestern Karnataka Road Transport Corporation. May I request Ms. Priyanka to join us here on the stage as well. Srimati Deepa Mudhol Munde, IAS and CMD, Pune Mahanagar Parivahan Mahamandal Limited. We are also honored to have Ms. Geetam Tiwari, renowned professor, IIT Delhi, and esteemed CEOs and MDs of the various state road transportation whose leadership and vision have contributed immensely to the empowerment of women. May I request Dr. T. Kiran to kindly welcome all our esteemed guests with the floral bouquet. Ms. Priyanka. If sir allows, can we welcome the women first? Srimati Deepa Mudhol Munde. Ms. Geetam Tiwari. And of course, we are privileged to have Shri D. Tirumala Rao, IPS MD APSRTC, and Vice President ASRTU. Thank you so much for coming and gracing the occasion. Before we move ahead, may I request to kindly play AV on the incredible journey of Dr. Bedi. Can we have the video, please? while I was seeing this, for me, B is brave, E is encouraging, D is daring, and I is incredible. Because, ma'am, you so stand by your words. So, big round of applause. Give those zordar taliya Dr. Bedi ke liye for what all she has given to the society. Acknowledging women in public transport. Driving a bus or managing commuters on a public transport system is no easy task. It demands skills, patience, and resilience. These incredible women not only navigate through the busy streets, but also challenge the stereotypes every day, proving that no profession is beyond reach. Their unwavering dedication ensures that millions of people commute safely and efficiently. They are not just the drivers or the conductors. They are the role models, inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams, no matter what challenges they face. May I now request and would like to invite on podium Dr. T. Surekaran, ASRTU, to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning to all of you, and happy Women's Day to you all of you. Thank you so much. And I begin with saying thanks to Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am for having accepted to come for this event. Ma'am, you're the most fittest person to be on this stage today, actually speaking, because when we thought this event to happen about 2-3 months back, from then on we've been pursuing that the only person who can really represent the people behind is you. So I think we pursued a little extra also. I'm sorry about that, but still, thank you so much to you, and then you're here today. And I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our Vice President and VC and MD ASRTU, Dwarakatan Malrao. Sir, I pushed you a little, sir. Thank you so much. I know all of you on the stage definitely are very difficult to find time to come to such an events from your places to here. I thank Priyanka ma'am, I thank Deepa ma'am, especially I thank Geetam Tiwari ma'am. She is one of the persons in public bus transport who is most revered, I believe, I say so, because she's working so hard on safety features. I mean, that's one thing we haven't done much so far. And ma'am, we really need you. I called you only to tell you that we really need you to do more so that help us to achieve some safety goals in public bus transport also. And then this is the event I've told you we've been planning from past 3-4 many months actually. I was the head of personal department in ASRTU when we actually started recruiting lady conductors. That was way back in 95, 96, 97. And so though there are some STUs and other STUs, most of the STUs also had some compassionate appointments going on and giving some jobs to women as conductors in different positions, but that was very trickle, hardly, probably with 5 to 10 people across the country. But then this movement started in 96, 97, then women started coming into the corporations as conductors. And why are they here today is because what Madam did in her lifetime, I believe. She dared to enter a field where it was all men's field. And all of you who are here, you have also done the same. You dare to enter this field where no one has entered before, no woman has tried to enter before. And I know what kind of travails you must have gone through the initial periods. I would classify this as the toughest job in the country for women. There's no doubt about it. So, I would dare say that this is the only job where women would walk into 100 men and still try to do their jobs by issuing tickets to them. Some of the buses in cities, you find more than 100, 120 people boarding the bus, and still you would do your duty with so diligently, so courageously, and so committedly. And that's the reason we thought it's fit to honor you all here today, and the drivers. There are hardly 300 drivers in the country right now, and a lot more to come in. This should be an inspiration to the drivers, women drivers also. Conductors, because of you people who have joined early stages in 96, 97, 98, and after that, because of you all only now, we have 19,000 conductors in different corporations in India right now. You made that first step happen, and everybody else followed you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I also thank all the MDs who have been here to receive their awards, and also to appreciate these women here, all the MDs and the officers from different STUs, the media, and all our partners who who made this event, brought this event to the stage. And thank you so much, and let's begin. Thank you.
Absolutely, let's begin. So we are thrilled to inform you that ASRTU has also made 2 small videos highlighting the role of women in the public transport. May I request to kindly play the videos, please.
The city awakens, and so do we. Before the first The city awakens, and so do we. Before the first rays of dawn paint the skyline, they are here. Women of strength, women of dedication, and women who keep our city moving. From the early morning checks, ensuring every vehicle is safe and ready, to the warm greetings that start a passenger's day, this is their routine. This is their commitment. Look closer and you will see diverse skills at play. It's not just about driving or conducting, it's about communication, problem solving, and a deep understanding of our community. More than just a job, it's a connection to the people they serve. They see the faces of our city, students, workers, families, each with their own story, their own destination. They understand the importance of their role in connecting lives and enabling dreams. From the meticulous work of maintenance, ensuring every part functions flawlessly, to the calm assurance of dispatch, coordinating the flow of a city, women are at the heart of it all. They are engineers, customer service experts, and leaders. They are the ones who handle the unexpected, find solutions in the moment, who make sure everyone reaches their destination safely and on time. They are the backbone that supports the whole system.
सपने की मंजिल के सफर में हर किलोमीटर आपके साथ। ASRTU, Association of State Road Transport Undertaking.
बिल्कुल हर कदम आपके साथ, a promotional film on the public transport. So without taking too much time and due to lack of time, we'll straight away start with the felicitation ceremony. Ma'am, may we start with the awards? So I would like to announce the names of the women drivers and conductors who have dared to defy the stereotype image of women and stepped into the roles like driving the buses or managing passengers in the public transport buses. I request all the winners to kindly receive a memento recognizing their invaluable contribution. For the same, we will start with Samanthula Venkata Kalyani. She is from APSRTC, conductor, for serving and having 28 long years of experience.
Can we remove this and bring the winner here?
Ms. Samanthula Venkata Kalyani from APSRTC.
Okay, sir. Please. दूसरे को लेकर 1, 2, 3.
Ms. Pri Devi, a conductor from APSRTC for 28 years of experience.
Can the cameras be on the sides? Can the cameras come on the sides? Can the cameras be still ones also on the side? You can all spread out a little. Center एक रखो बाकी. Can the others who are standing behind them come on the side? All of you come on the side. Yeah, take the corner shots. Those people behind them also please come on the side. All of you on the side. The person who's behind you also on the side. That person. Family also on the side. Come on the side. You get a better. No, you come right here.
Family can come.
All family come ahead, take a picture here. Family, come and take a picture here.
आप आगे आ जाइए, आप आगे आके पिक्चर ले लीजिए. आप
Family के लिए special जगह.
जो परिवार से है वो आगे आके पिक्चर ले लें.
Close up लीजिए. Close up लीजिए. Family इधर आ जाइए. Family भी इधर आ जाइए.
परिवार से जो है वो इधर आके पिक्चर ले लीजिए, आगे आ जाइए.
Family के लिए जगह है, right पे ले लो, left पे ले लो. अच्छा, please come on the right. You have a special place on the stage.
Okay, go ahead.
Now take a close up, a zoom.
Ms. Pri Devi from APSRTC. She got an experience of 28 years as a conductor.
ये जो है ना, light is a very takes the whole picture down. You got to switch this off. It always comes down.
हाँ. हाँ, they can.
So you can have more of lights here. Unfortunately, they are the ones.
She knows well
See?
because she
I've seen it. Doesn't come on the iPhone. It becomes dark. All these faces are dark.
just request the team to lighten the background.
Can you please reduce this video wall? Ma'am, can we switch it? We can switch off the video wall.
All families come on the right side of the left. Take your
आप ये वीडियो वॉल की जो लाइट है वो बंद कर दी, वीडियो वॉल ही ऑफ कर दीजिए. परफेक्ट.
That's fine. That's right.
Miss Arava Masthanama from APSRTC. She got 28 years of experience as a conductor.
Enjoy the picture. Who's taking your picture? Take her picture.
Daughter.
Daughter. Okay, come. Take mommy's picture.
Daughter wants to be in the frame. Miss Arava Masthanama, APSRTC.
Only the award.
Don't carry on. Let the family take the picture.
Yeah. यहीं से
Come on this side. You are who?
सविता
Why
जी
are you taking this?
Miss Savita. Miss Savita from BMTC. She got an experience of 25 years as a conductor.
Anybody taking your photograph?
Miss C.N. Kusuma from BMTC. She got an experience of 27 years as a conductor.
मंजुला मंजुला
Come close.
Miss Manjula M. from BMTC. She got an experience of 23 years as both driver and conductor. Manjula M.
सुजाता जी किरण
Miss Sujata Mahendra Bujbal from West Mumbai. She has an experience of 12 years as a conductor.
सुजाता
Anybody for jobs? Anybody? कोई और आता है? कौन है? बुला लो. फोटो कौन लेगा? फोटो कौन लेगा? नहीं तो ये पहुंचेगी नहीं आप.
I think
ये पहुंचती नहीं है. कोई स्टिल नहीं है. एक ही लीजिए.
इनकी पिक्चर ले लीजिए फिर शेयर कर लेना. Miss Pinky Rani from Chandigarh Transport, who has served as a conductor for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Because this is very good.
सुलोचना जी
Come.
रेशमा जी
Who's your photographer?
कविता जी आप कविता जी
Like this, they will all have it in their hand and put it on status.
Miss Sulochana Devi Ji from KSRTC, who has served for 23 years as both driver and conductor.
That takes time. This goes in hand.
Miss Sulochana Devi Ji.
Photograph and seeing it.
रेशमा हो रहा है
Photograph is right now. Yeah, hold it. Hold it. Who's the cook? You come with her.
Miss Reshma Rajaram Thube from MSRTC. She served as a driver for a year.
So you're a boxer also. You're a boxer also.
कविता जी
सीधे खड़े हो. सीधे.
जीवानी
आपके husband कौन है?
मनीषा जी
ये तो बॉक्सर है.
इनके बाद
कविता है 11 नंबर है रेशमा हो गए
हाँ रेशमा कविता will take she will.
Miss Kavita Mukund Pawar from MSRTC, who has served for 1 year 3 months as a driver.
आप
Miss Sanjeevani Bhimrao, who has served as a conductor for 24 years.
She says she's first time come to Delhi.
Oh,
इतने सारे पीछे खड़े हो गए लोग दूसरों को दिखाई नहीं दे रहा कोई फैमिली है तो इधर वेट करो पीछे नहीं ठीक है फैमिली इधर वेट करो
Miss Sanjeevani Bhimrao.
मनीषा रंजिता जी ज्योति जी
मिस मनीषा मुकुंद और परिवार वाले जो आए हुए हैं साथ में, आप भी जरूर स्टेज पर आ सकते हैं। और साइड में एक तरफ अवॉर्डी और एक तरफ परिवार वाले खड़े होकर एक फोटो क्लिक करा सकते हैं। मनीषा मुकुंद, बिल्कुल। Miss Ranjita Ramahari More from MSRTC, who has served as a conductor for 24 long years.
आप जाइए
परिवार वाले आ जाइए, फोन किसी को दे दीजिए, पिक्चर क्लिक हो जाएगी। Miss R. Jyoti Kamlabai from MTC.
आपका फोटो कौन ले रहा है?
आर ज्योति
आपका फोटो कौन ले रहा है? कोई नहीं?
आरज्योति तो हो गया ना?
आर ज्योति she's taking
Miss P. Vindamani from MTC, who has served as a conductor for 15 years.
Who's taking the picture?
Sir.
Miss Suman Prabha Dio from OSRTC, who has served as a conductor for an year.
प्रभासिनी इन सबको बता दीजिए कि यहाँ पे अवार्ड लेने के बाद पूरा उस तरफ जाने के बाद ही यहाँ पे
Miss Prabhasini Mahapatra from OSRTC, who has served as a conductor for an year.
पीछे फैमिली मेंबर्स को जगह दे दीजिए आने के लिए।
Miss Annapurna Gurupadya Hugar from NWKRTC, who has served as a conductor for 22 years.
that table, yeah. Make it smoother for the family to step in. And the family can be little more on the corner. क्योंकि उधर भी देखने वाले लोग
इकडे बने इकडे
फैमिली थोड़ा इधर हो जाए, हाँ फैमिली के साथ हो जाइए, सो दैट इट्स विजिबल टू द ऑडियंस. Ms. Drakshyani G. Ingalagi from NWKRTC has served as a conductor for 11 years.
टाइम मिला बेग
Drakshyani G. from WKRTC served as a conductor for 11 years. Priyanka Ben J. Rathwa from GSRTC, who has served as a conductor for 11 years.
just ask the people to be seated and to be silent. They are waiting for their cue. Jyotsna Ben Arninama from GSRTC, who has served as a conductor for 11 years.
This is to the mother, this is to the child.
Jyotsna Ben. Jaymala Ekam.
योगिता जी नेक्स्ट प्लीज
Jaymala A. Kamble from NMMT, who has served as a conductor for 8 years.
मनोज उनका ले लीजिए
Yogita B. Mane from NMMT, who has served as a driver for 6 years.
So this is being, and we see from there. Very good.
मनोज
Sumitra from Jaipur City Transport, who has served as a conductor for 11 years. Vanita Thakre from PMPL, who has served as a conductor for 6 years.
वनीता जी शी इज हियर वनीता इज स्टिल हियर हां कोई नहीं सुमित्रा जी
Sumitra ji, anybody from the... Vanita Thakre from PMPL served as a conductor for 6 years.
श्रीमती मनोज मनोज नेक्स्ट
Ms. Swapna Gandha Ghate from TMT, who has served as a conductor for 4 years. Shrimati Manoj from DTC
served as a conductor for 11 years. मनोज परिवार से कोई आया है? जी बिल्कुल. Srimati Rupa Rastogi from DTC served as a conductor for 3 years.
Most of them are trying to come back.
क्या बताना मैं अनाउंस करती हूँ.
After this, they have to take the gift from ASRTU and move from that place, not again back to this.
गीतांजलि आप सुन पा रहे हो?
She is shying out to come down on stage. That's the.
The DC, Pulkit, Mr. Pulkit, the Deputy Commissioner, depot manager. Okay, let him also come. The depot manager.
The depot manager, Mr. Pulkit. You can join us here on the stage, please.
And the depot manager.
Depot manager, Pulkit can join us here on the stage.
Very nice. और नजदीक का और नजदीक का
वो बहुत शर्मा रही है मैम. Srimati Neetu Devi, driver DTC, who has served for 2 years.
Next. Himandri Sharma ji. Next. Himandri Sharma ji कौन है? हाँ next please. इनके बाद आप. नहीं ये इनके फैमिली है next आप.
आप बैठ जाओ, आप सारे लंबे लंबे हो बैठो.
Shrimati Neha, driver for DTC, who has served for 2 years.
That is a problem.
Ms. Himandri Sharma from DTC, a driver with the experience of an year. Satyavati from DTC, who has served as a driver for 2 years. Satyavati. उसी टाइम बता देना जब आप जाओगे. Parul Gupta from DTC served as a driver for 2 years. उसकी जगह कौन है? अब जी श्रीदेवी.
पारुल गुप्ता है.
हाँ हो गया. अब जी श्रीदेवी. हाँ. Jyoti from DTC served as a driver for an year.
Next, Sridevi ji कौन है? आप तेलंगाना से? मेरे वहाँ. Sharda ji.
G. Sridevi from Telangana SRTC served as a conductor for 29 years.
I'll tell.
G. Sridevi.
Next, the one who is by name Sharda has not come.
Keshan.
No, she has not come. Sharda ji नहीं है ना? नहीं. Anita ji है next.
G. Sridevi, Telangana SRTC served as a conductor for 29 years.
Next we have Anita ji.
Go. P. Anita, Telangana SRTC served as a conductor for 28 years. P. Anita from Telangana SRTC served as a conductor for 28 years.
Sheila ji. Who is next? Sheila. Next is Sheena. Next is Varshamani.
Srimati V.P. Sheila from Kerala SRTC served as a driver for 12 years.
You request CMD Kerala SRTC. उनके MD भी है.
CMD from Kerala SRTC. Sir, kindly join us on the stage. CMD SRTC Kerala.
Just sir, please. Sheena ma'am, आप भी.
Sheena Sam from Kerala SRTC served as both driver and conductor for 1.5 years. Sheila Sam.
Varshamani, आप हैं. पार्वती जी. पार्वती. बनी. ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ.
Miss Varshamani from UTC served as a conductor for 10 years.
ಸರ್ ಇಡಿ ಸರ್ಗೆ ಕುರುಬರ್ ಸರ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಕರಿತೇನೆ.
Varshamani.
क्यों नहीं जा रहे हैं? रुड़की डिपो से आए हुए हैं। अच्छा, ये वर्षामणि
रुड़की डिपो से जो आए हुए हैं, आप स्टेज पर आ जाइए रुड़की डिपो से। आप रुड़की डिपो से? ये रुड़की डिपो से है, वो कह रहे हैं उनको स्टेज पर।
दे दी कैमरा पता नहीं देखना क्या कैमरा पता नहीं.
बोरा दो दिखाइए आप. मैं देखती हूँ कैमरा.
नहीं डोंट वरी.
आप फोटो के लिए तो जाइए. ये लीजिए कैमरा. Parvati from KKRTC served as a conductor for 26 years.
Please ask DC Bijapur to join. DC Bijapur. Sir, please.
So please join us here on the stage.
इनके ऑफिसर भी है. सर बन. अनीता तो सविता अवध.
Savita Avhad from KDMT served as a conductor for 4 years. क्या हुआ?
अभी भी यही लेना चाहते हैं काम होता नहीं यहाँ को लेना।
Thank you so much and heartiest congratulations.
सविता सविता जी
Savita done.
नहीं सविता इज हियर सविता सविता इज हियर
Savita Avhat from KDMT served as a conductor for 4 years.
शी इज द लास्ट वन
आपके साथ कोई है फैमिली?
अनीता कुमारी का अलग रख दीजिए दो दो नहीं है भी लेंगे क्या बाद में ना एंड ऑफ
Thank you so much. So now before we move on to the next award, I request everybody to be seated. एक बार जोरदार तालियां. We can have a big round of applause for all the winners.
या यस सर 1 मिनट आई विल
Ma'am, can we take a break of 2 minutes? Ma'am wants some water or something.
No, I don't want any water. I don't want any water.
start with the
Carry
next.
on.
Yeah.
We can carry on with the National Public Transport Excellence Award 2023-24.
How many are there?
Ma'am, 69. 69.
So can I take a break because I have a 12 o'clock appointment to keep.
Yes.
So I can now go. You can continue. It's already 12 o'clock.
ఇది ఆ
11 o'clock. Okay, I'll be with you till 11 o'clock.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಓಡೋಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆದರು
Park area.
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತದೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಬಾರ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಂ
I'll be very quick.
ಒಂದೆರಡು ದಿನ
So best road safety practices winner is Metropolitan Transport Corporation Chennai under run protection in buses. हम बहुत जल्दी जल्दी करेंगे because ma'am has to leave. Winner Metropolitan Transport Corporation Chennai.
ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ
क्यों नहीं आ रहे?
MTC
So these are excellence awards.
yes
Next
They don't
schedule.
need the family.
yeah
S. Natraj. Mr. S. Natrajan, Joint MD MTC.
Wait for the family who can't.
Personal Welfare Initiative, Dr. N. Shailja-Murthy, CMO Telangana SRTC.
Announce the next one.
For the Prevention Health Initiative covering employees and spouses. Karnataka SRTC.
next one is Karnataka
Karnataka SRTC
Karnataka
for the initiatives such as education, health and insurance. मैं next पे जा रही हूँ, कर्नाटका नहीं है.
Karnataka now
Karnataka SRTC.
madam herself will be receiving that
Next is ma'am, your award only.
yeah
Next award is ma'am, you have to give to ma'am only, Miss Priyanka M, NWKRTC, for E-Ugrana Store Management for Inventory and Supplies of the Spare Parts.
next you announce yes
Mr. S. Natrajan, Joint MD MTC, runners-up in Metropolitan Transport Corporation Chennai for scheme for contributory fund created by employees for death.
MTC Chennai
Mr. Natrajan, I'll move on to the next. I'll move on to the next.
come next VP himself will be taking
Next is yours. Again, ma'am, the next award is there to our honorable guest on the dais only, Mr. Dwarka Tirumala Rao, VCNMD, APSRTC. For the rural services, winner is Andhra Pradesh for automation announcement system for the arrival of the buses.
next KSRTU test after the KSRTU
Next, KSRTC to please come forward and receive the award, having fleet above 4,000 for the digital human resource management system, including transfer policy.
no that's KSRTC
So your award. Ms. Yashoda BS ATS BMTC. Bangalore Metropolitan Transport System for new initiation in ticketing and passenger information. Pune Mahanagar Parivahan Mahamandal Limited for e-file management system towards paperless offices. Ma'am herself is there. Ms. Deepa Munde, MD PMPML. Mr. Sahadev Samadhya, GMCIUT.
Correct.
For new initiative in ticketing and passenger information system having fleet of 1000.
Sahadev.
Mr. Sahadev Samadhya. Karnataka SRTC for branding of buses, new service created by Ashwamedha brand.
Gogeri sir.
I'm speaking in 2x speed.
KKRTC.
2x speed में हम कर रहे हैं. Mr. Santosh Gogeri CME, Kalyan Karnataka RTC for branding and imaging building practices and operational rural services. Mr. Nagarajan, VCN MD GSRTC, winner is Gujarat for extraordinary Swachhta drive and unique dustbin inside the buses. GSRTC, Mr. Nagarajan, VCN MD. Mr. Pramod Sankar, MD Kerala SRTC, for one of his kind assessment of demand and supply service in public buses. I've never done it for it.
Next UPSRTC.
Mr. Rajiv Anand, CGM UPSRTC, award firm official services.
VP himself.
Next to Mr. Dwarka Tirumala Rao himself, VCN MD. Runners up, Andhra Pradesh SRTC. Mr. Thiru S. Joseph Dias, MD TNSTC, Salem. Thiru S. Joseph Dias, MD TNSTC, Salem.
Yes, he's here. Next. आप आ जाइए.
Next is Rajasthan SRTC.
2-3 और. कोई नहीं.
Rajasthan SRTC. Rajasthan SRTC.
Yes. आप जाइए.
Next, SVR Srinivas, GM Best. Electrical supply and transport.
DTC, madam. DTC. It is not
Ms. Sunita Chauhan, Deputy CGM. Sunita Chauhan.
DTC next, sir. Next is yours.
Sunita Chauhan,
Yeah.
Deputy CGM DTC.
Next is
Mr. SVR Srinivas, GM Best. Tamil Nadu.
yeah. Tamil Nadu Salem next.
Mr. Thiru S. Joseph Dias, MD TNSTC, Salem. Mr. Subodh Jain, Additional CEO, Bhopal City Link.
1 second, one. Yes.
Mr. Rakesh Kumar Strangal, MD JNK. Mr. Rakesh Kumar Strangal.
Yes.
I request everybody who has got the award kindly please be seated so that the awardees get the way to come to the stage. आप सबसे निवेदन है अगर अवार्ड मिल गया तो कृपया बैठ जाइए.
Next GSRTC.
Mr. Nagarajan, VCN MD, GSRTC, highest KMPL, award Mofficial Services. Mr. Nagarajan.
Give them. Sequence है. We can't do.
हाँ बीच में से दे देना. नहीं नंबर तो डले हुए हैं मैं
UPSRTC next, Rajiv.
Mr. Rajivanand, UPSRTC CGM. हम नंबर यहाँ से डिस्कस कर ही रहे हैं ना, हम काटते जाएंगे, बार-बार क्यों बुलाना?
I'll just check with sir.
Mr. Thiru Ponmudi, MD TNSSTC, Kumbakonam. Mr. Thiru R. Ponmudi. क्या कह रहे हैं?
He doesn't want to skip.
No. Confusion. ये हो गया. Mr. K. Ganesh Karan, MD TNSTC, Villupuram.
Villupuram.
Mr. K. Ganesh Karan, MD TNSTC.
Next to you, Anas.
Again.
Yeah.
He just came, he should stay here only. So you... Mr. Thiru, MD TNSTC, Kumbakonam.
Next, Madurai.
Mr. Thiru R. Singaravellu, MD TNSTC, Madurai.
Madurai.
Mr. Thiru, stay here only. There's another
yes,
one.
sir.
Another one after this again.
Acha, sir.
So you stay, there's another award. Mr. Thiru S. Joseph Dias again from MD TNSTC, Salem. Mr. Dwarka Rao, VCN MD APSSTC. Mr. Dwarka Rao.
Next, UTC you mentioned.
Pavan Mehra.
Yes. Make an answer.
Mr. Pavan Mehra, GMUTC.
Madurai.
Mr. Thiru R. Singaravellu, MD TNSTC, Madurai.
Ponmudi, sir.
Mr. Thiru R. Punmudi, MD TNSTC, Kumbakonam.
One more.
This is for the highest tire performance rural services, and for the urban services also goes to Mr. Thiru R. Punmudi, MD TNSTC, both the awards. Mr. Thiru R. Singaravellu again from MD TNSTC for highest tire performance urban services. Highest tire service performance hill services, Himachal RTC. Himachal RTC,
Murari Lal. Mr. Murari Lal.
Mr. Murari Lal, ED HRTC.
Yeah.
Mr. R. Mohan,
No. Sarangal.
Mr. Rakesh Kumar Sarangal, MD JNK.
Next is R.
Mr. R. Mohan, MD SCTC. Mr. R. Mohan.
Orissa.
Mr. Lakshmi Kanta Sethi, Additional Secretary OSRTC. Mr. Lakshmi Kanta Sethi.
Next, Telangana, sir.
Highest digital transaction in urban services winner, Telangana SRTC.
Representative.
May I request the representative to kindly join us here on the stage, please. Mr. Subodh Jain, Additional CEO, Bhopal City Link. Mr. Subodh Jain. Pavan Mehra, GMUTC, Digital Transaction Hill Services.
He is yet to come. Pawan Mehra is yet to come.
हाँ. Pavan Mehra.
Himachal RTC.
Dr. Murari Lal, EDHRTC, runners up. Dr. Murari Lal. Highest alternate fuel vehicle introduced in Operation E-buses during 23-24, Ms. Sunita Chauhan, Deputy CGM DTC.
BEST.
Mr. SVR Srinivas, GMBEST. Mr. SVR Srinivas.
request, please. Salem.
Mr. Thiru S. Joseph, MD, TNSTC, Salem.
Next.
Mr. R. Mohan, MD, SCTC, highest average vehicle utilization, rural services. Mr. R. Mohan.
One more, sir.
Mr. Thiru R. Punumudi, MD, TNSTC, Kumbakonam.
Single well.
Mr. R. Singravelu, MD, TNSTC, Madurai. Ma'am, we have reached 50. Next is Mr. Pavan Mehra, GMUTC. Mr. Pavan Mehra, GMUTC. Dr. Murari Lal. Next, Dr. Murari Lal. Dr. Murari Lal, EDHRTC. Mr. R. Mohan, MD, SCTC. Highest employee productivity, rural services.
Rajasthan.
Highest employee productivity, rural services, runners up Rajasthan. UP Rajasthan SRTC. I request the representative from the Rajasthan SRTC to kindly join us.
Bhopal City Link.
Mr. Subodh Jain, additional CEO, Bhopal City Link. Mr. Subodh Jain. For highest employee productivity, urban services, UP Chandigarh Transport Undertaking, may I request Mr. Pradyuman Singh, Director CTU, to kindly join us. Mr. Pradyuman Singh. Sir, Raj. Mr. Pavan Mehra, GMUTC, highest employee productivity, Hill Service, from Uttarakhand Transport Corporation. Dr. Murari Lal, EDHRTC. Dr. Murari Lal, EDHRTC. Highest rebate contribution winner, Maharashtra SRTC. I request the representative from Maharashtra SRTC to kindly join. Next ma'am ka here. Next ma'am. Miss Priyanka M, MD, NWKRTC, runners up Northwestern Karnataka RTC, highest rebate contribution award, Miss Priyanka M. Mr. Dwarka Tirumala Rao, VCN MD, APSRTC, highest percentage of non-traffic revenues over total revenues of official services.
Big round of applause. इनके लिए थोड़ा सा cheer up.
Dr. N. Shailja-Murthy, CMO, TGSRTC, runners up, high percentage non-traffic revenues over total revenues. Telangana SRTC.
That's fine.
Odisha State Road Transport Corporation, highest percentage of non-traffic revenues over traffic revenues, official services.
Rajasthan.
Last 6. Ms. Lakshmi Kanta Sethi. Now next. Highest percent. Rajasthan SRTC. May I request the representative from Rajasthan SRTC to kindly join us. Mr. SVR Srinivas, GM Best. SVR Srinivas ji. Ms. Sunita Chauhan, Deputy CGM DTC, runners up for the high percentage of non-traffic revenues over total revenues, urban services. Mr. Subodh Jain, additional CEO, Bhopal City Link.
Ahmedabad, madam, next. Don't go for this.
Mr. Subodh Jain. And the last award, Mr. Shikaho Yepthu, GM from the Nagaland State Transport.
Book inaugural के लिए बताएगा.
Congratulations to all the winners. Can we have a big round of applause for the services that they've given to the society? And thank you so much, ma'am, for all the patience. Can we have a quick few words from you?
Yeah.
This is a book launch.
The transport initiative is taken by Tamil Nadu.
The initiative is taken by Tamil Nadu, the best practices innovation in the public bus transport. Wheels of Progress, initiative taken by Tamil Nadu. The best practices in the public bus transport vehicle maintenance system in Tamil Nadu.
MDs of Tamil Nadu.
We request the MDs from the Tamil Nadu to kindly join us here on the stage for a group photograph. Telephone directory bhi hai.
Leave it for now. We'll take ma'am's. Request madam to address.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, she's avoiding the picture.
Not like why them and why not the others?
पहले उनका speech होगा.
On this occasion of International Women's Day, can we have few words of wisdom from ma'am? Ma'am, please.
I think they should be okay.
Can you all settle down? Can you ask them to settle down?
Yeah, you please ask them to settle.
I request everybody to be, please take your seats. आप सभी अब बैठ जाइए. आप सभी बैठिए, फिर मैम शुरू करेंगी. आप all of you please kindly be seated so that we can hear ma'am. Ma'am is saying no. Sound bhaiya, can you please switch on this cordless mic? Do we have a cordless mic? A lapel will do, a cordless mic, gun mic, kuch bhi de do.
He is getting one.
Who? The one who's getting, kindly run. Come fast. I request everybody, sabhi baith jao.
Hello.
No, I won't. Are we ready to hear? Are we ready to listen? Congratulations to all of you, all the prize winners and all those people, officials who won the Award of Excellence. And I believe Tamil Nadu has done the best. Am I right? Tamil Nadu has done the best. 3 cheers for Tamil Nadu. Woo! And I understand there's a book, Practices. The lovely book, document. It talks about the best practices in public transport, public bus transport vehicle maintenance systems. I think it's a very good book released. May I request you all must read it. Will everybody get it?
Yes, everybody will get a copy.
All must read it. No. Hold a workshop on this. May I request all the leadership, the depot managers, all the other supervisors and leaders, please hold a workshop on this. Isko aise, if you leave it like that, it will be going as one of the documents at home or in the office. You must all of you seniors, please hold a workshop on these good practices. Why? Why? Because we want the same thing to happen all over the country. Why only in Tamil Nadu? So, but we can learn from Tamil Nadu and all others, whether it's Delhi or Rajasthan or Uttar Pradesh or Chandigarh, whoever has one. Everybody should learn from here. We can learn good practices. If we learn good practices from one another, what will happen? The entire country will benefit. And when the country benefits, all commuters benefit. The common man who uses public transport will benefit. And so will your budgets benefit. Because better maintenance means savings in very, very limited budgets we have in public transport. So everybody benefits. The government benefits, the taxpayer benefits, the commuter benefits, and you benefit. Because you start getting awarded for these good. So may I take it that the leadership will ensure that there will be a classroom and a workshop on these best practices. May I take it for granted, or may it happen? Yes or no? Yes. All drivers, the conductors, drivers, conductors, supervisors, and leadership management will hold a workshop on good practices. Is that right? Yes. I want to add a few practices, because I've been a traffic officer here. I've done traffic police during 1982 Asian Games. I was Deputy Commissioner of Police, Delhi Police Traffic. And do you know, at that time, can you gentlemen, can you just stop moving and be on the side? Because I'm getting distracted.
You can leave the cameras, no?
Yeah, yeah,
It's a static camera.
yeah, that's right. That's much better now. My experience of 1982 Asian Games traffic management, then I went to Goa for Chogam management, traffic police. That time Delhi, in the entire Delhi, had only one DCP traffic. One. Now you have special commissioners, and deputy commissioners, and zonal, and etc., etc. Only one. The entire Delhi was preparing for the Asian Games of 1982. And how did we achieve it? We had no computers. We had we were all using these sheets called the photocopiers. We didn't even have a fax machine. We only had these small wireless sets. And yet, do you know, after Asian Games, 1982 Asian Games, the traffic police management, traffic management, not police, traffic management of 1982 Asian Games was rated as excellent. Do you know why? Do you know why? There was an excellent coordination between the police and the transport system. Public transport and law enforcement, police and the DTC at that time, there was nothing else at that time. The DTC of Delhi and the Delhi Traffic Police and all other public transport agencies, we all worked together. And we shared good practices for each other. I have those documentation with me till now. Otherwise, how do you think biopic will come? When my biopic was coming, it is talking about this. At that time, the DTC head was Mr. Yashwant Sinha, the then Minister of Transport. I remember Mr. Yashwant Sinha as the minister and all his DTC chairman and all others. He was, I think, the chairman. He was the chairman. And we in traffic police, we all used to be sitting on the ground on chairs, ensuring the proper movement of the buses at that time. From 16 to 19 stadiums. 19 stadiums in Delhi experienced excellence in traffic management. And there was not a single glitch. Why? Because prior to that, we done excellent coordination and collaboration and sharing of ideas. So I want to tell you why I'm talking about this, because I know what it means. But I'll tell you what is to be added. What is to be added is collaboration. You are not separate from traffic management, and traffic management is not separate from you. We are sides of the same coin. So if you want better transport, in the end, you are driving a bus safely, fine. But in the end, for what purpose? What is the purpose of the Delhi traffic police anywhere? What is the purpose of the traffic management? Is to ensure safety and swiftness, safety and speed, safety and also good, safe movement to an ordinary commuter to go home. That is our purpose. And if we are meeting that purpose, whether as a conductor, whether as a driver, or a depot manager, or a maintenance machinery, or leadership of our respective sectors, that's the objective. Objective is not our job. Job is there. Through the job, we have to meet an objective. And why did we do so well in the Asian Games of 1982? I want to tell you that. You want to know it? Do you know the reason? Because we all thought Asian Games were us. It belonged to us. It was our responsibility. We were not being told by honorable ministers and the VIPs to do the job well. We did it because we thought it is us. It's our event. It's a national pride. It belongs to us. The moment you have a sense of belonging to whatever you do, whether you're a conductor or a driver or a supervisor or a manager or a leader, you take the ownership. You take the ownership of the bus, the ownership of road safety. You feel, oh, no, it's not my job. My job is just to conduct and finish it and take the road, take the bus back safely to depot. No, it's more. It's a sense of belonging. And do you know what a sense of belonging will mean? Will mean a coordination and a regular collaboration between the transport systems and law enforcement, which is traffic police, and even state transport authorities, the license authorities. This is but we don't have these teams. We do not have traffic management teams in this country. We do not have coordination amongst ourselves to meet every month, once a month, where particularly the transportation, the bus, public transport, and traffic police meet. We don't. Do we? Yes or no? Yes or no? India will never change. Road safety will never improve. Road safety will never improve, ladies and gentlemen. I have experienced it. That wherever we and the Delhi Traffic Police and the DTC worked together those years, we had better movement. We had safety. So unless we find systems as leadership, find a way. You might say, oh, we want to talk to the traffic police, but it does not talk. But somebody has to bring you together. Or you take local initiatives. So friends, all I would say is, you have good practices, but I do not know one of the good practices of this is collaboration with traffic police. If it doesn't have, then this needs to be added as a good practice. Because I'm telling you why. Because you as a driver, you as a bus manager, or you as a conductor, you are seeing the problems on the road. You are seeing the bottlenecks on the road. Who will tell the traffic police and the administration where are the bottlenecks? What's coming in your way? What's coming in the road, in the safety? Who will tell? You'll say, oh, if we tell, they will mind it. Let them mind it. Do you write to them? You write to them. Every day, the bus driver, the bus conductor, or the depot managers, if you see issues on the road, please put it on the traffic control room. Say it, this is what happened. Inform them. It will not be considered as a complaint. It's a feedback. And when departments do not have inter-feedback, all of them are working in their own boxes. And who is the loser? The consumer is the loser. Government is the loser. Management is the loser. So if I would award you today, I would say somebody who brought in an excellent coordination between law enforcement and traffic management. This is the award which is due to you. And the country wants it, but the common man cannot tell you. I'm telling you because I've done it. But common man will not say do it. And the local representatives sometimes do not bring about this coordination at all. And the bureaucrats sometimes sitting on their own just think their job is done. No, it's not done unless you collaborate, unless you coordinate, unless you know where your problem is. You have to look out to see the problem. You have to sit, as seniors, sit in the buses. As seniors, sit in the bus and see what is happening. See, why should a driver take more than 70 or 80 allowed? The conductor should shut the door or say no more. Why should you overload the bus? The conductor should blow the whistle saying, sorry, I cannot overload, because overloading leads to accidents. Overload costs the machinery heavy, and overloads breaks down the buses. And it costs the maintenance hugely. That's the job of the conductor. Then you might say, oh, ma'am, if I do it, then there will be a riot. No, I could climb on the bus. I could get on the rooftop. What nonsense. The job of the conductor is, sorry, matter over. Like in other countries, they don't over, but you have no problem. The issue is we have a problem of overloading, overpopulation. But you know what will be? It will put the pressure on the local administration or on the local people to provide more buses. And if you're getting polluted because of the diesel engine and the noise, etc., you have to get a substitute. You have to put the pressure saying, I'm suffering from health, I want an electric bus, or I want a less polluted bus. I cannot go on pollution. You cannot continue to suffer. If you don't complain about traffic bottlenecks, road issues, and others, who will? You are the eyes and ears. And then, how many conductors, if you would ask me, use the announcement system? How many of you use the announcement system? You must announce. You must talk to your passengers as conductors and say, check your pockets. If anybody's pocket has been picked, I'll drive straight to the bus, to the police station. I'll straight go to the police station. I recall as now Deputy Commissioner of Police, North Delhi, when I was working in the police force here, not traffic. The rule was, many times we used to work, that was coordination, where the DTC conductor and the driver was told once in a while, it's called checking crime on the wheels. Checking crime on the wheels. I had a campaign at that time called checking crime on the wheels. And what we used to do, stop the bus. He used to stop the bus and for a while announce and shut the door. Check your pockets if anybody's pocket has been picked. I'll straight away drive. That means your pickpocketing stops. Announcement by this itself stops, because you never know when the conductor might do it. Or the driver makes an announcement, sorry for the bump, sorry for this, sorry for the delay, we have a problem. Speak to your passengers. Friends, these jobs are belonging to us. It's not just a job. It's not an employment. It is a higher purpose. And when public transport is safer, comfortable, people will, why would they go on a two-wheeler or a cycle? They will use the public transport. So use these good practices for workshop and more ideas. Create feedback systems. Every day, any conductor or a driver or a depot manager, etc., observes something odd. You create systems of feedback to and you have a chief who is a former police officer, former DGP. And you have so many IS officers. You have the bureaucracy with you. You have the bureaucracy. They can forge these kinds of coordination as good practices. Coordination should be a good practice. Wherever you have it, it's a good practice. But wherever you don't have it, it is missing. You are missing something. You are the eyes and the ears of the road user. Somewhere very nuisance things happening, even severe encroachment is happening, which is making it difficult for you to turn right or left. Report to the police. Report to the control room. Why should you not? Why should you not be a stakeholder? You are and I are all stakeholders of road safety. But who will speak for us? Who will report? That common man? No. You are empowered to report encroachment which is becoming a road safety hazard. These are hazards. And wherever there's a traffic hazard, it is your duty to report to the control room, to your department, and the leadership of your department should inform the traffic control room. Keep writing, keep emailing. It will have impact. Does it make sense what I'm saying? You've asked me as a former traffic expert. I've done traffic management in Delhi in very difficult times when we had nothing. But we coordinated. We pooled our resources together. And we worked together as a team. And we succeeded as a team. And we did not wait for the then Prime Minister, the then so-and-so to tell us, come on, we just did what was right to do. Do you know, even then Mr. Rajiv Gandhi ensured he has a parking ticket. That he's a parking label. He told them, no, I want a parking label because I know traffic police will find me if I don't. That was the law and the rules. So friends, this is what I thought I'll share with you. I didn't come prepared to speak this. But something within me got awakened. And I thought I'll share this with you. I have one last question. I was yesterday interviewed by the CNN News 18 yesterday morning on road safety. They talked of women's safety because of Women's Year. They talked to me about the women's safety. And they had done a survey. The CNN News 18 did a survey. And the survey was showing that more than 75% women feel very safe using the public transport. 75%. And that 75% was during the day. During the day, 75% said, we feel safe. And when it said night, they said, not even 30%. So when they said, okay, how do you feel safe at night or evening hours, late hours? It dropped from that 75 to barely 30%. Then I told the News 18, I said, you've done a survey. Go and find out now why. Why has the number dropped? Well, the why, one of the whys would be darkness. It's dark. Dark. And most of the rapes have been committed in these buses at night. When the bus driver was by himself, or the conductor, both the men and one woman climbed up, or a young couple climbed up, and you know the Nirbhay case. And there are many others which have been reported. Isn't it? One of the major reason is absence of a woman as a driver or a conductor at night. You get my point? If you want women to feel, I didn't say that on the television that day because this idea didn't strike me. It struck me now. Meeting you all, it struck me now. I didn't tell them this. But I told them, well, a woman should look into the bus and see if she's by and large alone. Don't ride the bus. That's what I said. But I didn't have you people yesterday with me. I would have said otherwise. I didn't have the leadership with me. I would have said, why don't you appoint female women drivers and conductors at night? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why should not you have women drivers at night? And women conductors at night, why not? You can even make a team. You can have a man-woman team, it can be all-women team, but why only men? If you're celebrating Women's Day today, I think the challenge which you need to take, appoint women drivers at night. And say, we have safety, we want to take safety up, we let the women know the following routes will have a woman driver. The following routes have a female conductor. What do you think? What do you think, friends? Is it possible? Why haven't we thought about it? Why can't women, are women nurses not in the late night hospitals? They have their own vulnerability. Why women constables are patrolling at night? Women here in Delhi police are in police control room vans only by themselves at night. Women are patrolling at night. The police force does it. Why can't we have the conductor, the mobile? So if you want to check crime against women, on this Women's Day, resolve to have certain buses, certain routes which are very heavy, precious, or vulnerable routes. Where the roads are dark, it's outlying, give it to the women. Give it to the woman conductor. And don't put a man there. Only the man and the woman will see what happens. And they're good enough to take them on if somebody misbehaves. It'll be lovely to see how they take a culprit like that. Now this is the challenge. The challenge, my friends, is not female conductors and drivers during the day. Make them all night ones. That's your challenge. Your challenge is post them at night. You might just say half of them will leave the job. Let them. Let them leave the job if they want it. But why, whatever we have, but double their pay. Increase the incentive for night duty. And if they do a night duty well, next day they get the hours to sleep also. It's like a night duty. Why don't we rotate the night duty? Or we rotate. We can even rotate. Why should only men do night duty and women not do night duty? When they're both equal? Aren't we equal? Aren't men, women equal? Are you not equal salaried? Are you not equally? Why should we not do night duty? Why should we not do conductor duty? Why not? When we say we are equal, we are very good, very... Arey karke dikhao na. Chalao raat ko bus. Night, drive the bus at night, and don't have any man. We don't want any man. We will take care of ourselves. And then it says women-driven bus. You can even have a signage on this women-driven bus. And they'll say, oh, and that's pink. Women, oh, we'll wait. Then you'll see the percentage from 30% to go up 90%. Women start serving. That's wonderful. See, the government of the day, the department of the day, has provided safety for us for public transport. Why not? From the airports, from railway stations, or from the villages, do those routes which are vulnerable routes, challenging routes. Give it to the women. And let's challenge the men. Let's see who comes and threatens our women. We'll see. And do we have cameras in the buses? If we have cameras in the buses, they'll get caught. And if we don't have cameras, then please have. Do we have the alarms in the buses? Don't have it, have it. And when the cameras in the bus, they should be analyzed what happened. Friends, let's take this cause actionable. Make it actionable. I'm not here to make a lecture for you. I'm not making any speeches. It's not a speech. It's a challenge. I'm challenging all of you. All of you, you got so many awards. I think the real awards next year should be women who did night duty bravely and courageously. And women who saved and prevented crime during the day or night because they were driving. Women, that should be a new category. A category, brave women, courageous women who drove the buses in the middle of the night. Courageous and conductors, women who conducted and prevented crime. Third, women who reported the best good ideas to the traffic department to improve traffic safety on the roads. I think this should be another category of awards. Third, women or men and women who drove so safely that because of them, the bus maintenance was good. Because they thought it belonged to them. The bus belongs to them. Roads belong to them. Consumers are their people, their brothers and sisters. Love your job. Stay fit for your job. Stay fit for your job. Love your job. Recognize the purpose of your job and do it for the nation. Do it for the country. Do it for your brothers and sisters of the country. And do not be afraid to go and speak up and give a feedback. Do not be. Never be afraid. Give it in writing. Give it on email. Give it on WhatsApp. Give it in a meeting. Feedback is very important. And you should ask for a feedback. Seniors should have a meeting on feedback. Is hafte, what did you watch? Is hafte dekha kya? क्या गड़बड़ देखी मैम हम बुलाएंगे तो शिकायत समझी जाएगी कोई शिकायत नहीं है it's going from the senior the more the senior dares to represent you to me that senior needs to be recognized and rewarded who speaks up for you. Rest is history as far as traffic is concerned. I'm not talking about other things which a lot of initiatives that the traffic police can do. But you can work together, try and form teams and organize collaborative forums where if it is, we are supposed to actually have traffic management coalitions. It's mandated, but some have it, some don't have it. Those days there was a big, is common traffic. So it doesn't matter whether we formally have it or we don't have it. But we need each other. Traffic police needs you. You need traffic management. You need them. All others come in as extras. But you are directly related with each other. Good traffic management means safe travel for you. Uninterrupted safe travel for you. Signals work better for you because you are not stopping all the time. Any signal not working, inform the police control room, this signal is not functional. Why should you not? Or you inform your control room, I passed the signal, it's not functioning. Why should the DTC control room not inform them? You think it's not your job, it is. Should only a scooterist inform? Today everybody thinks not me, somebody else. Why me? Somebody else. And somebody else says, why me? You. I said, no, not me, you. So everybody's you, but why not I? Why not we? So please don't be afraid. Courage should be added. Courage and boldness should be recognized in this service. Just being in the service is no big deal, friends. We are doing it for employment ourselves. And we're doing it for the love of our families. And we're doing it for our own lives. The big deal is take on the challenge. To improve every day my duty wherever I am. The challenge is, what do I do with what I have? How can I do it better tomorrow? Every day when you give a feedback and act on it, you will see you will be a winner, a gainer. And I think the courage should be rewarded more than just employment. Now a stage has come from employment to having served with courage. And with a sense of belonging, and with a higher purpose, and a sense of duty, and for the love of duty. I want to tell you, I have respected this invitation. I preferred this invitation on this Women's Day much more than other invitations I got. Why? Because I valued this. I knew I would meet some very good, courageous, brave women, men and women. And something which is dear to me is public transport and road safety. So I knew I'd meet you, but I've now seen you. When you hold your next event, I believe you hold it every year. When you hold it every year, you will have a new category added of courageous and bravery and feedback and better practices, etc. And you will have a new category added, and that is, to me, to be recognized as exceptional. To me, that's exceptional, where they said, I want to serve at night. I want to work in this area. I want to do this. Arey, you have your safety. You can even arm them. You can arm them at night. You can give them a small weapon, arm them. They should have a revolver on the side. Arm them, no problem. It's very important to take these risks. If we don't take these risks, how will we know what's happening? Without risk-taking, you do not challenge the system. So all I want to suggest is, congratulations. I'm so happy that I'm here and that I could meet you all today and see emerging, but going for more recruitment of drivers and conductors from girls. Go to the sports fields, go to the NCC parades, and go to the NSSs. You will find wonderful young women, girls who will volunteer, who sports girls, NCC, NSS, volunteers. Those are the constituencies for you for additional good recruitment. Thank you so much and wish you all a very happy Women's Day.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such encouraging words and the words of wisdom. May I request Shri G. Tirumala Rao to kindly present the token of respect to ma'am.
best one first awardee. Senior most.
Yeah, who served for 20, yeah, she's the one. 28 years.
This is for you.
Come here, come here.
Now it belongs to me. I will give you this.
It belongs to you, Bedi.
Can I give it to you? This is your real award. Come. Thank you so much. You gave it to me. It belongs to me. Now I can do what I want.
You can give to her.
Ignoring the technology. They've got all the things. And of course, you have IITs everywhere. I've given you the idea. Thank you, and have a great Women's Day.
Thank you so much. We'll move ahead. May I request Ms. Geetam Tiwari, Round Professor, IIT Delhi, to kindly share a few words.
Yeah, I know, exactly. No, that's okay, that's okay. Then
A few words, I think that will make
So, first of all, happy Women's Day to all of you. And since we've heard such a wonderful, exciting, inspirational talk and speech and words from Dr. Kiran Bedi, so I will take only very, very few seconds and minutes to share, just add a few more things to it. And I think for me really important is because for so many years we have worked to improve, to understand the nature of public transport and what is required for the country. And I'm very familiar with ASRTU and all the STUs because I have been on jury for many years. When you send your data and we go through the data to understand what's happening in different STUs. So I think all of you must also know it is wonderful to see women drivers and conductors being honored today. But I think overall worrying part for us is that overall the STU fleet has been reducing. And the ridership, we have not been able to have any major jump. And we would like to have, actually when we start understanding the demand, how many buses are required for the whole country. We have small and medium-sized towns coming up now. There are almost 700 towns in India where organized systems are required. And even in small ones, basically a cluster of those towns could be put together and introduce organized public transport, because the other worrying part is that in rural and urban both, ownership of motorized two-wheeler is increasing at an exponential rate. It gives a very good, convenient, reliable transport for the family, but what is happening that today, last year when the ministry has released data, now we have about 1,73,000 people dying on the roads. And majority of them are motorized two-wheelers and pedestrians. People inside the buses are always very safe. So I think as an ASRTU, and understanding that there is so much demand for it, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, the Government of India has also committed to having achieving Sustainable Development Goals target. And one of the major target is getting quality public transport within 15 minutes of majority of the population in cities. We do not fulfill that right now. And because of that, use of motorized two-wheeler and a lot of, I would say, unorganized public transport system is increasing, which provides mobility but at a huge cost. So I think the challenge for STUs is that coming together, really setting targets for ourselves, that it's, of course, increase in recruitment of women and women conductors and drivers, but overall increase in fleet, overall increase in better technology fleet. And I think one thing that Dr. Kiran Bedi was saying is so important, that having a continuous feedback system in every STU, not only from women drivers and conductors, but all drivers and conductors, because eventually we have to go back to the city, we have to go back to the transport department, we have to go to the Ministry of Urban Development, and also to the city authorities who are planning the roads. Give us exclusive right of way slowly in some sections. Because I remember one very interesting presentation that Managing Director BMTC had made at one point, that if you cannot give us financial support to the extent we need, if you only give us exclusive right of way, I will be able to actually improve my efficiency, bring down the cost and increase ridership, and I will not need your financial support from the government. So I think slowly this demand has to be made, and of course there are a lot of technical details are required, and all the technology people working in this field are ready to work with you. We would very much like to work closely with you to work out a detailed plan in short term what can be done, in next 5 years what can be done, and have a 10-year plan that we really have to increase the fleet, increase the efficiency of the performance operations. Obviously, we will have more jobs for all of you, more people to be recruited as drivers, conductors, more high-end people looking at the operational part of it, because running a public transport is not just about getting new buses. As all of you understand, that public transport has, it's about delivering a quality service. So it's a system we have to create. The system, main important ingredients of the system are bus drivers, conductors, better buses, and then at the other end, at depot level, you know a lot of things, but very much evidence-based, data-driven improvement, interventions, processes, feedback. I know many of you are already doing it, because we see in your, when we get the, when you send your data to ASRTU for awards and performance evaluation, we see some of it. But today, the way we are working, I think quantum jump is required in that effort. And this cannot happen unless the demand comes from STUs. And ASRTU championing that demand for better finances, better working conditions, and that can only be understood by getting continuous feedback from all of you, and better infrastructure. Better infrastructure does include exclusive right of way for buses, and you know that world over, performance of bus has improved, not only doing just better technology, etc., but actually reserving space, exclusive space for buses. Again and again it has been shown, cities are meant for people. One bus can carry 100 times more people than any personal vehicle. So the priority has to be given to buses. So I would only say that this Women's Day happens to be a good occasion, of course, to celebrate women in this field, and where again we need a quantum jump, 300 drivers and 19,000 conductors are not enough. We have to go much beyond it and have a target. In IITs, we always do that to get more recruitment for women. We've been having special drives for recruitment. So similar things are required here, but in parallel, demanding for more finances, better working conditions, and eventually better infrastructure. So what policies are required, what institutional frameworks are required for that, and what state level as well as central government level interventions are required. One ASRTU should really take a lead in that and move forward. So once again, really wishing all of you a very happy Women's Day, and special congratulations to all of you who have won awards in different categories. And we hope to see, as Dr. Kiran Bedi also said, a few more categories next year and better performance from all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tiwari. May I request Srimati Deepa Munde to kindly come here and share a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I am really thankful for the ASRTU to really arrange a wonderful program, and I wish everyone a happy International Women's Day. It was indeed a great honor, and also to meet the esteemed chief guest for this function, Kiran Bedi, whom all the UPSC aspirants always aspire how to become an IAS officer or IPS officer. She, being the first woman IPS officer of the country, has been always the most aspiring officer for all the students who prepare for the UPSC examinations. So I was the one among them who always used to see her and listen at the speeches, and finally today receiving award from such a esteemed guest was really very wonderful for me also and for all those who are present here. And I once again congratulate every driver, every conductor who has been working for their respective STUs, and today they have come here to receive the award. Really a commendable duty by all these women employees who have been working in this tough job. It is really a very tough job. Daily getting into the bus among all the hundreds and thousands of people, interacting with them, some speaking politely, some people arrogantly, some people fighting and arguing. In that tough conditions, really all of you are really contributing a lot to your respective STUs, and you have brought your family members here, and really it is a very good to see the family members also, because family members should also know that their mother, their wife is being felicitated at such a very wonderful function. And I have heard one of the ladies, she came for the first time to the Delhi and she is receiving the award. It's really a very memorable event, coming to the place which they have never seen and receiving award also from the greatest personality of the country. So I think that is a golden day of her career and of her life also. So saying all this, even I also congratulate all the VCMDs who are present here and all the depot controllers, all the managers who are present here, coming all along to Delhi. And because of the various efforts which everybody is making in their STUs, they have received the awards. And I really thank ASRTU for bringing all these on board, so that everybody comes to know the best practices which are being practiced in the other STUs. So when we are working in the transport organization, we work in all the in various parameters. So from the increasing the bus fleet size, to bringing in technology, to bringing in working on the safety, what special measures we are taking in the respective STUs. I think ASRTU is a very good like a bridge among all the STUs, wherein all the best practices will be put together in one single platform. Even I attended one conference also which was held in Dehradun. So that was a conference on alternate fuels. Now every STU is also working on the alternative fuel mechanism for the buses, so that not only diesel, because of the climate change conventions and all, we are supposed to move to the alternate fuel engines also for our buses, because transport sector is considered to be one who is contributing lot to the emissions. So in order to that, based on that also, that was the first learning wherein I got that what STUs are really thinking about and going ahead in alternate fuels. Talking about PMPML, I work in Pune. We are having the fleet size of around 1,916. Mostly we have the CNG fleet and 490 electric buses. CNG fleet is around 1200, and we are having very few diesel buses. We are having around 220. So already PMPML is going on completely green fuel. So in the coming days, we are having lot more challenges to induct more of electric buses. Even I was present in yesterday, one of the conference was arranged wherein they were working on net zero emissions. So there is no other fuel as of their understanding. Whatever we have deliberated, it was completely oriented towards the electric vehicles. I don't know how other STUs are also working on this. I don't know what is the fleet size of e-buses. No, in all the public transport undertakings, we are having the more of e-buses are coming, being inducted into the transport undertakings. Speaking all this, there are so many issues to speak, but I will cut down. Let's all work together for improving the commuter service, passenger safety, women's safety, inducting more of digital practices in our respective STUs. Let us work together and let us learn from each other regarding the best practices. Tamil Nadu, I think, has won the highest awards here. So all the very best and congratulations to Tamil Nadu. I hope Tamil Nadu team will call us so that we can come and learn. So everybody will be happy to move around and learning from your experience and whatever best practices you have done. I think next ASRTU should keep the function in Tamil Nadu only. I hope that will be arranged, Tamil Nadu, AP. So whatever you will be keeping the conference, it should be state-wise, once in Kerala, once in Tamil Nadu, once in Andhra Pradesh. So we will be happy to come there and learn and also implement those best practices. And at the same time, I welcome everyone to Pune also. So I would like to be the host also. So please come. Thank you once again. The entire ASRTU team, Executive Director Shri Surya Kiran and his team for organizing such a wonderful event. And this is the most memorable Women's Day celebration for me because even I have received award from Ms. Kiran Bedi. So it is really a very memorable and the most wonderful and one of its kind, the Women's Day celebration. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Ms. Deepa, for the kind invite to Pune as well, and of course for your kind words. Now may I request Ms. Priyanka M to kindly share a few words.
Respected dignitaries in the dais, representatives from various state transport undertakings, and my dear beloved women conductor and drivers, a very happy Women's Day to all of you. It's indeed a great privilege for me to be a part of this gathering, and first and foremost I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to ASRTU. I came to know that this is the first time ASRTU is organizing such a Women's Day celebration at national level for recognizing the contribution of women conductors and drivers. It's not a breaking all the stereotypes. And why is it important? We all know, as per the 2011 census, women make 48% of Indian population. But the representation of women in organized sector is just 20%. And if you drill down, if you see in sectors like transport, the presence of women workforce is hardly 8%. If I speak on behalf of Northwest Karnataka Road Transport Corporation, we have 21,000 employees, out of which only 1,500 are women. Why is it important? What difference it makes? Why is it that we need to have women in our workforce? More than the perception and safety, they inspire other women to come forward. The presence of women in public spaces breaks stereotype, challenges these barriers, and creates a safer environment, and they can foster the inclusive society that we are still dreaming. So being a women conductor or women driver is not just yet another career. In fact, I see a striking similarity between transport and women, the transport sector and women. Both of these are right in front of our eyes every day, but we hardly take time to recognize or appreciate or really understand the value, the contribution that they are making until they stop functioning. Transport sector, especially bus transport, is still the lifeline of millions of people. There are crores of people traveling in our buses for their ambitions, for their dreams, for their employment opportunities, for their health facilities, and we are still doing that day in, day out, irrespective of rains, irrespective of weather, irrespective of national holidays, state holidays, festivals, everything. And I would like to narrate a personal experience of how important is this bus transport for me. Way back in 2016, when I was writing my main examination, I was staying in Chennai, Greenway, Sadayar. After writing our first examination, we came back to our rooms and then came to know that then sitting Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu had expired and the state mourning was declared. The next day we had our first general studies paper. We were anxiously waiting outside our institute. By 8 o'clock, there were absolutely no movement of any vehicles in the road. And all these private cab operators, they were declining our rice. We are completely clueless, and it is already 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the exam is going to start. My exam center was in Egmore. I'm still standing in Greenways. And then there came a bus, an MTC bus. It was like a God-sent vehicle for us, actually. So we boarded the bus, and still we were anxious because there were so many route diversions, road deviations, whether we'll be able to make it on time. I was absolutely scared because that was my last attempt. So we were traveling and seeing my face, and the conductor, who happened to be a woman, started speaking to me. And then I said, ma'am, we are like going, I'm on my way to write the exam, whether I'll be able to make it on time. She said, Adala udula papa, poilla. This was the exact statement. Don't worry, we will be make it on time. And while alighting, we were able to reach on time. While alighting, both the conductor and driver said, all the best, do well. And that was the attempt. I cleared my UPSC with All India rank 149 and entered the IAS in Karnataka cadre. The exact narration is, what I meant to say is, day in, day out, we carry thousands of people, millions of people. It is just yet another schedule and operation for us. But for people, like there are so many Priyankas that you are carrying every day. They are traveling for their employment opportunity, for their educational opportunities, for their health reasons. So we don't know how important is it as long as we are the beneficiary. I was on the beneficiary side, now I'm talking on behalf of the corporation side. So why is it, what is the need of the hour? So working as a women conductor and driver is not only a physically demanding job, but it is also a mentally tiring thing. I interacted with few of my conductors, women conductors in my organization, came to know their schedule. In an 8 hours schedule, they work up to 10 hours, they stand long duration without taking adequate breaks. So doing that work for last 28 years and getting recognized at the national level is not a small feat. And I congratulate each one of you for what you have done and being here. And you are really an inspiration for all of us for doing our duty to the highest core of integrity and honesty. And to conclude, I would like to share few of my thoughts as a woman, as a mother, as a daughter myself, as a women officer myself. What is that you have to do? Love yourself first, because we have been brought up in a society where we are supposed to take care of our kids, take care of our husband, take care of our parents, in-laws. We are the reason for the well-being of entire household except us. We are meant to do everything, and with the struggle of balancing all the work, we tend to lose ourselves, and we enter into that guilt trip that we don't do enough. So first and foremost, take a moment that you are doing a great job. Please love yourself. Please value your contribution. First, you recognize it. Second, prioritize your health. I see many of us in the struggle of balancing these roles, our health takes a backseat. Our physical and mental health is completely in chaos. As it is needed for every human, it is even more critical for a woman that you take time out of your schedule, you exercise, you having a healthy diet, having food on time is as critical as like a man. So you taking care of your health, being physically fit is nothing but you are taking care of everyone around you also. And third, work hard. Work hard with highest integrity and honesty. The work you are delivering will deliver you and come back to you in an unexpected way, in a rewarding ways. Finally, believe in your potential. There are thousands of people out there who's going to criticize you, who's going to bow you down, who is going to mock at you, who is going to talk whatever you are going to do. The freedom to choose to respond is still with you. You don't have to stop and you have to justify your actions to every comment that is thrown at you. And finally, I would like to recite a few lines of the poem of the great poet Bharatiyar, which I listened to when I was growing up. பட்டங்கள் ஆள்வதும் சட்டங்கள் செய்வதும் பாரினில் பெண்கள் நடத்த வந்தோம் எட்டும் அறிவினில் ஆணுக்கு பெண் இங்கு இளைப்பிள்ளை காணென்று கும்மியடி, which translates into you women are born to achieve great things. You are no way lesser than men, especially in terms of intelligence and knowledge. And here you are proving that you are no way less than men in terms of physical strength also. On this International Women's Day, I urge all of us, let us join together to continue break barriers, to continue set examples and make the world a better place to live. And I once again thank ASRTU for giving me this opportunity to share my few thoughts in front of you all. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Happy Women's Day.
Thank you very much, Ms. Prangna, for all the words of wisdom and encouraging all of us, and with the poem as well. Now, may I request any of the conductors or the drivers or any women who wish to share something, आपने कोई सुझाव देना है, any suggestion, any remark, कोई भी हमारे यहाँ आए हुए, कोई भी कंडक्टर, ड्राइवर, आप अपना नाम बताएं। जी।
Sir, good morning to all. This stadium MD sirs, ED sirs, management, plus my colleagues, who's seated in this function hall. All of you humans, National Women's Day, first of all. Sir, I am come from Andhra Pradesh, Kadapa district, Mastanamma. I joined in 1996 year from the department. My only is the senior most conductor in Kadapa district. We chose this job to serve people. I observed people adopt many ways of transport nowadays. I feel full security in duty. Department checking officials shall give cooperation, please. Public transport is the best way, safe for female passengers. Good opportunity for ladies conductors. Still we need job security, sir, please. Our family is well settled only by this job and this ASRTU department. We need promotions in ladies 33% quota, please. Many thanks to our department officials and my colleagues and requested officials grant me additional increment to us, please. So who award this function as all of you most thanks a lot, please.
Thank you very much. अपना नाम बताएं।
नमस्कार जी, मेरा नाम मनोज है। आप सभी अतिथियों को बहुत बहुत सादर नमस्कार मेरी तरफ से। मैं डीटीसी में कंडक्टर हूँ। मैं सभी महिलाओं को रोज़ देखती हूँ कि वो कैसे ट्रैवल करते हैं, अपने परिवार को, अपने लक्ष्यों को सबको मिलाकर कैसे वो चलते हैं, तो उन सबको देख के बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है। और जब मैं भी इस डिपार्टमेंट में आई थी शुरू में, मुझे भी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हुई थी जी। तो उस टाइम पे ऐसा ही था कि सब कहते थे ये जॉब जो है कंडक्टर्स की, ये लेडीज़ के लिए नहीं है, ओनली फॉर जेंट्स। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि ऐसा नहीं है, हमें भी आगे बढ़ना है। हमारा डिपार्टमेंट ऐसा है, मुझे बहुत गर्व होता है यहाँ पर आकर कि हमें ये सुविधा मिली कि हम जो पुरुष हैं उनसे कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर
थोड़ा माइक पास कर लीजिए, आपकी आवाज़
उनसे कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर चल सके और सभी को समान अवसर दिया जाता है यहाँ पर। जब मैं आई थी तो फिर यहाँ पर ऐसा था कि हमें भी बहुत सारी सुविधाएं नहीं मिली थी। तो हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में हमारी जो महिला अधिकारी हैं, हमारी मैडम डिप्टी सीजीएम मैम सुनीता चौहान जी, उन्होंने सभी महिलाओं के लिए बहुत कुछ किया है। हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम होती थी तो हम मैडम के पास जाते थे, वो हमारी बात सुनती थी। उन्होंने हमारे लिए डिपो में वॉशरूम्स बनवाए, लेडीज़ के जो पहले नहीं हुआ करते थे सही से, और रेस्ट रूम्स बनवाए गए, तथा जो भी प्रॉब्लम होती हैं मैडम बहुत अच्छे से सुनती हैं और उसका सोल्यूशन करती हैं सबके लिए। तो अच्छा लगता है। मैं तो चाहती हूँ कि सभी लेडीज़ जुड़ें इस डिपार्टमेंट से और आगे बहुत तरक्की करें। सभी को मेरी तरफ से महिला दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। और हमारा जो डिपार्टमेंट है, मैं तो यही कहती हूँ कि हमारी जो बसेस हैं उसमें भी महिलाओं की बहुत सुरक्षा को ध्यान रखा गया है। CCTV कैमराज हैं, GPS लगे हुए हैं, महिला मार्शलों की नियुक्ति करी गई है, जिससे किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो, सब आगे बढ़ सकें, सभी लेडीज़ काम कर सकें। और यात्रा भी मुफ्त है महिलाओं के लिए दिल्ली में। तो अच्छा लगता है कि सभी लोग आगे काम कर रहे हैं, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वहाँ आई थिंक पीछे कोई जुड़ना चाहिए।
Hello. Namaste to all the honored guests present over here and all the respected conductors and lady drivers. I am daughter of Puducherry Sridevi, lady conductor of Andhra Pradesh. I am very proud to be a daughter of my mother. She is working as conductor in Andhra Pradesh. We are very much honored and glad to be a part of this ceremony. After over a long journey, like it's been over 28 and 29 years that my mother is working as conductor. Finally, she got recognition for her hard work, and we are very much glad to be part and proud, and we are feeling proud. My mother would go to her work before sun rises and would come to home after sun sets. We all know how much hard work all the fellow conductors and drivers are working. So thank you so much for the ASRTU for for conducting the felicitation ceremony for conductors and drivers. We are very much thankful for your like this conducting ceremony, and I'm UPSC aspirant, and I'm aspiring that one day I would be sitting there and felicitating my mother. This is my dream, and I'll work very much hard to make it happen one day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Indeed, yeah, we have one.
नमस्ते मैम,
ऑल द बेस्ट राधा।
मैं रेशमा टुबे महाराष्ट्र से बात कर रही हूँ।
जी रेशमा,
मैं थोड़ा मराठी में बात करूँगी।
जी,
मैं जब ज्वाइन हुई थी तभी मेरे को सब लोगों ने गलत देखा था। जो काम कर रही है वो अलग है, जो जेंट्स लोग करते वो लेडीज नहीं करेगी, लेकिन मैंने तो कुछ अलग कर दिया। मला माझ्या महाराष्ट्राचा स्वाभिमान आहे, अभिमान आहे। माझी लाल परी जगात भारी। ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ।
जी नमस्कार।
ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಹಿಳಾ ದಿನಾಚರಣೆಯ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು।
जी,
ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ KSRTC ಇಂದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ। ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ತವರು ಮನೆ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಇದೆರಡರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ। ನನಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ನಾನು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟು। ನನಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಆದಾಗ ಇವತ್ತೇನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬಾಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಅವರಾಗಿ ಅವರೇ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋವಂಥದ್ದು। ಹೇಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಅಂತಾರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಣ್ಣದಿರು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ। ಗಂಡಸರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ನಾವು ಈ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ। ನಾನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮದಿರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ। ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದಾಗ ನಾನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಾಬಿಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬ, ನನ್ನ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮದಿರು। ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಜೀವದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ। ಆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ। ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ನಾನು ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನನ್ನ KSRTC ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ನನ್ನ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು। ಇವತ್ತು ಏನು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ, ದೆಹಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣಕರ್ತರಾದಂಥ ನನ್ನ ಚಾಲಕರಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಯಾಣಿಕರಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ IAS ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಅನ್ಬು ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಂತ ಆದಂಥ ಗೌರಮ್ಮ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಲತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ KSRTCಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ವಾಣಿಶ್ರೀ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
सम्माननीय अतिथिगण, सहकर्मी और प्रिय परिवारजन, आज इस सेवाज्येष्ठ पुरस्कार को
एक मिनट वो ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हैं जो उन्होंने कहा.
Yeah, in fact, she being I just wanted to translate what she was trying to convey. She is from Karnataka and I am basically from Karnataka, so I can be in a better position to make you understand. She is a single parent. She has had very tough times during her initial period, and ultimately what she meant to say is, it is, as always on all platforms we say, it is easier for a woman to do anything in this life, but it is not as easy as we say is what she meant to say. In fact, she thanked her parents and brothers and her fellow conductors and drivers, mechanics, who are a part of this particular department. Even during her tough times, it was not her in-laws and all, it was the department who stood by her during all her tough times. And being a single parent, she had tough time is what she meant to say, and she thanked all the higher-ups, officers and the depot managers and other officers from KSRTC. Yeah, thank you.
जी बताएं.
हाँ, मैं रंजिता मौर्य महाराष्ट्र में से बोल रही हूँ. सम्मानीय अतिथिगण, सहकर्मी,
माइक कीप इट क्लोजर योर माउथ.
सम्मानीय अतिथिगण, सहकर्मी और प्रिय परिवारजन, आज इस सेवाज्येष्ठ पुरस्कार को प्राप्त करते हुए मैं अपने दिल की गहराई से आप सभी का आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ. ये सम्मान केवल मेरा नहीं बल्कि हम सभी के संयुक्त प्रयासों का प्रतीक है. इस यात्रा में मुझे अपने सहकर्मियों और अन्य अधिकारियों का निरंतर सहयोग मिला. उनके समर्थन के बिना इस मुकाम तक पहुंचना संभव नहीं था. साथ ही मेरे परिवार ने भी हर कदम मेरा साथ दिया. अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिवस के इस विशेष अवसर पर मैं उन सभी महिलाओं को सलाम करती हूँ जो अपने अपने क्षेत्रों में उत्कृष्ट कार्य कर रही है. आपका समर्पण और दृढ़ता समाज के लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत है. आइए हम सभी मिलकर एक ऐसे समाज का निर्माण करें जहां हर महिला को सम्मान, समानता और स्वतंत्रता मिले. यह पुरस्कार हम सभी के सामूहिक प्रयासों का प्रतीक है. मैं आपकी आभारी हूँ. धन्यवाद.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. Ab, I would like to request Mr. Rao to kindly share a few words on this auspicious occasion.
Executive Director, ASRTU, Dr. Kiran, Srimati Priyanka, Srimati Deepa, Srimati Geetam Tiwari, Professor Geetam Tiwari, the CEOs of some STUs who are present here, HODs, and most importantly, the excellent women who have come here to receive the awards and who have made us all proud. A very happy morning to every one of you, and my best wishes to you on the eve of the International Women's Day. I feel really privileged to be here this afternoon, since morning of course, on the eve of the first time ASRTU conducting felicitating function, the Felicitation of conductors and drivers, the women drivers and conductors on the eve of International Women's Day. Let me recall, some time back, we were awarding, in fact, we got a sponsor who came forward to do that. He came forward to, the particular company has come forward, which they were doing in some other states earlier. I was Commissioner of Police Vijayawada at the time. So they proposed to recognize the best work done by constables, head constables and assistant sub-inspector, not even sub-inspector, the lower strata of police department. They were called to a 5-star hotel along with family members, given awards and allowed to have a dinner in that hotel. I distinctly remember some constables coming and giving their feedback, like just now we heard some of the awardees. It was so heart-touching. Some constables said, we are not here for the first time in this 5-star hotel. You may be thinking that, we have visited this hotel for the first time. No, we visited here a number of times. But this is the first time we were allowed to come inside and sit and have food. We were only doing the bandobast outside when VIPs were having programs. So that's the kind of thing that they felt. So similarly, when I heard some conductors saying that this is the first time we have come to Delhi, and somebody saying that we feel really honored to be brought here to Delhi at your expense, not only for us but also for family members. We are respectably accommodated here and brought to this place for giving away awards. We are really honored. That's what somebody was saying in the morning. So I'm very happy to see this kind of feedback. So for that I must actually congratulate ASRTU in general and Dr. Kiran in particular. Of course, ASRTU happens to be, the Secretary Marth happens to be our president, and of course presently I am the vice president, but then it is Kiran who does the entire job, because the vice president job is on rotation. You may call it election or whatever, but then it's more of a honorary thing, but it is the executive director who does all the job. So a big round of applause for Dr. Kiran for coming up with this idea. Now let me tell you, he was finding it very difficult to find the chief guest. He tried his best to locate XYZ. He's not getting fruitful, efforts are not becoming fruitful. In fact, I also suggested, why not you try Dr. Kiran Bedi, because she's the first woman IPS officer in this country, and she's acquitted herself in various fields, not only in police department, but also in many fields as a police officer and after that also. So it was befitting to have her as a chief guest for this program, and I am sure most of you were so happy to have pics with her, especially some of the conductors and drivers, and also a daughter of a conductor who just now talking about something, has her own aspirations. Though I don't want to talk much about it, but then I just wanted to add to what Priyanka has said some time back. We are all users of the public bus transport system as students and also aspirants of civil service while preparing for civil service exam. Let me honestly tell you, even for writing the civil service exam or the state service exam, we used to avail the service of the ASRTU. One reason why we did it is, it is cheaper. Those days, of course, the cab service is not very popular in Hyderabad. So we have the auto rickshaw service, but the auto rickshaw used to charge quite heavy So we used to prefer APSRTC bus. That time, of course, it's APSRTC, now it's Telangana RTC also. So that's how we all grew. In fact, bus service is part of our life. I am very happy to hear that she has a dream, and I wish you all the very best to realize your dream. It's not a difficult thing at all. I don't even say impossible. Anyway, it's not very difficult. All of us came up like that only. So I'm sure you should be able to realize your dream one day. And you will be distributing awards to, the next generation people. In this connection, I must tell you, we had an MD some time back in combined Andhra Pradesh, whose father was a conductor in APSRTC. He became the MD of course, he's an IPS officer. It's a tradition in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana to make an IPS officer as MD, we send MD, for 2-3 reasons. One, of course, as ma'am was saying, collaboration or contact with the police, both for the traffic management and also in times of crisis and agitations. So policemen will be able to handle unions and associations a little better. That's what is the thought process. And the second one is more than that, you'll be able to liaise with the district administration, liaise with the DGP to get the support for any issues. So this is one reason we did it. So what I want to say is, over a period of time, the bus public transport system has undergone a lot of changes, and I am proud to be saying this, that APSRTC is one of the first, perhaps the first corporation, STU, in the country to have had women employees, especially on the field side. On the ministerial staff side, they were there, but then this is what it is. And I heard that about 19,000 is the total conductors in the country. I proudly inform you that my conductor strength alone, after bifurcation, post-bifurcation in Andhra Pradesh, my conductor strength is 4,510, which is almost 25%. That is post-bifurcation. And I have 613 supervisors and 80 officers. Officers is, the depot manager and above. And the total strength comes to 5,200, which constitutes about 11% of our, 12% of our staff overall. And conductors alone, the women constitute 27% of the conductors in APSRTC. Apart from that, we have about 3,000 outsourcing employees. A long way to go. Somebody was saying that we need 33% reservation. Yes, in Andhra Pradesh, there is a GO which says that 33% women reservation is there in all the government jobs. I, being a police officer, I can tell you the percentage of women in the police department is much, much less than the 12% that is there in the APSRTC. I always keep referring to, take a reference to the police department, because that's how I can understand things better. Before joining APSRTC, 45 months back, this is 46 months for me, I used to think that policemen and women are the most harassed people in the job, at workplace. It is the most stressful job. It is the most strenuous job. We used to think like that. Let me tell you, there are 3 important reasons why I think that the job in the APSRTC is, for a man or a woman, in fact for a man or a woman, is much more stressful than even a police constable. 1, a police constable most of the time moves in the local area, at least majority of the people. They work within the district or maximum within the range, which is 2-3 districts put together, or a division, some people may call it. But here is a man or a woman who starts her duty at Vijayawada and crosses half a dozen districts and reaches in the night Srikakulam. The food habit in Vijayawada is different from the food habits of Srikakulam. In between, he or she may have lunch. Again, the food may be different. So, one, the physical stress itself. We people who travel from perhaps Vijayawada to Vizag by an AC car feel very tired when we get down from the car. Whereas this boy or a girl is traveling in a non-AC bus. 1, 2, 50 passengers behind him or her to take care of their safety and all. And then the road condition may not be as good as the roads that you travel by. 2, the health problems that the ailments that I have seen is much more than the police department. 3, which many people do not know, is that the disciplinary proceedings in the ASTUs is much more stringent compared to what you have in the government departments. So these are the 3 reasons I always feel that the job of a police, job of a conductor or a driver is much more stressful than a police constable or head constable. That's the reason, in fact, we have introduced a lot of welfare measures for the RTC employees in AP. Quite a few things we have introduced. Now, just let me tell you 2, 3 things and then give my views on that. On the eve of the International Women's Day, I would like to see that the numbers which are 11%, 12%, 20% to grow to 33%, if not 50%. As the lady is just now saying that in the population we have 48% women. Why not 48% the jobs also? If not 48%, we should have at least 33%, which is the mandatory thing under the government. So it's possible. We should be able to recruit more and more people, especially, in fact, yesterday I was thinking that, I served as a DGP Andhra Pradesh till about a month and 5 days back before I superannuated. So we gave quite a few suggestions to the government also. One suggestion is that, of course, in the police department, what we did is that we must have an all-women battalion, which means that in one go, the strength goes up by about 1,100 people. I'm sure you remember sometime back, in fact, we were hearing Dr. Kiran Bedi saying that, why not women in the night? I think about 3 years back, we had an Air India Boeing, which was flown by 2 women pilots, the women pilot and first officer, women, and all crew were women. So it is an all-women aircraft which was flown from New Delhi to New York. So it's quite possible. We do have all-women patrols today in Andhra Pradesh. In cities we have all-women patrol. Only the men will be there. The driver is women and the armed personnel were also women. So it's quite possible. We can always do that. Why we are saying this is, we are all aware of the saying that Yatra Nari Pujyante Ramante Tatra Devata. If we can actually respect women, you are creating a better society. We need not talk about angels, but then what I am saying is we are creating a better society. In fact, I was reading on a cantonment area the other day when I was traveling. If you are a man, respect a woman. That's what is the slogan that is put in the cantonment area. So that's what we have to do. There is, in spite of so much of progress that has taken place in the past few years or decades, but there are certain things that have developed, certain developments that have taken place. One, let me tell you, again being a police officer, I always keep drawing references to that, is that there is increase in the crime against women, especially on the cyber front. There's a cyber stalking. And for that, of course, I keep telling my daughters In fact, my wife and my family, 2 daughters, we have an app. I don't know how many of you use this. Youngsters should know this, or the other women also should know this. There's an app called Life 360. Life 360, I find it to be extremely good. I keep telling the college girls and boys, especially the girls I keep telling, even the boys I keep telling. Life 360 is an app where a family or a group, everyone will know the location of the other person, number 1. Number 2, every person will know what is the speed at which the other person is traveling. Sometimes my daughter calls me up and says, Papa, why are you going so fast? Tell the driver to slow down your vehicle. 3, we will also know what is the battery percentage, how much of battery is drained and how much is remaining. Because why I am saying this is, if you look at an incident that happened in Hyderabad, the victim battery got drained and she was not able to even call her friends or relatives. So I always recommend this app to a lot of people, youngsters especially. And of course, there are a lot of other precautions one has to take to not to fall prey to the cyber crime. A small example I'll give you. A young girl is getting ready to go to college. She gets a call. Unknowingly, she picks it up. Inadvertently, she picks it up, and unfortunately, it's a video call, which can be recorded. This is what you have to think. How we can prevent these things. Don't switch on the camera unless it's required. Close your camera. Close your WhatsApp. Close your net unless it's required. Mobile data, close it unless it's required. I mean, various precautions you must take. Now you will ask me, why you are telling all these things only to women? Only boys. Why? I would always say, women are girls, are like diamonds, gold. That is what you always protect, preserve in an almirah. You don't take care of, you don't worry about iron or bronze or brass as much. Women are vulnerable. A girl is vulnerable. I'm not trying to say that, that's okay. I'm not saying that. But then what I'm trying to say is, gold has to be, because I also get reports of property crime. Nothing to do with the women. Property crime. Or you don't even lock your house properly. You leave the key there itself. And you say that somebody has, knocked it away. It is quite possible, no? You are so vulnerable. Why have you left the key there itself? So what I would like to say is, on the eve of Women's Day, International Women's Day, I'd like to say that we have to be very careful. In fact, somebody was telling me yesterday that you are addressing, International Women's Day. Of course, we had a small function in our office also. I said, why are you doing it with the women? Actually, you should talk to the men. You should talk to the boys. Which is true. In our own house, I have a boy and a girl. I take care of the boy a little more. I show discrimination at home itself. How can I expect something better to happen outside? Boy should be told, I will not come to your rescue in case bloody fellow you get into any issue. Especially with regard to girl matters. Being a police officer also, I'll tell very clearly, kuch cheez to hum, see, around 11:30 in the night, a known drunkard rings me up. I will not lift the phone because I know he is caught by traffic police. And he is asking for my intervention. I will not pick up the call. Bloody fellow, let him suffer. When you are drunk, you should have had somebody who is not drunk to drive your vehicle. So similarly, if a boy or a girl, a boy or a man gets into an issue with women, in a crime against women, we must be very clear that we will not come to his rescue. We should tell him in advance. The boy should be told in advance. Arey Baba, if your sister, something happens, somebody, misbehaves with her, how bad you will feel. So that should be inculcated in the boy also. So that is how we can actually protect the society. That's how we can protect our own women. That's how we can bring about respect and dignity to women. So this is something we have to do. So there is a need to work towards a gender equality, empowerment, giving them all freedom. In fact, I always feel, allowing the girl to pursue her dream and realize it. And we must make all our efforts to see that becomes a reality. So on the eve of the International Women's Day, I would like to congratulate all the awardees who have received excellence awards, especially those who are the first generation drivers and first generation conductors, because driving is again another very big job, a very difficult job. Even the man doesn't do it so well. In fact, driver, there is an acute shortage today all over the world, especially for heavy vehicles. There is a serious shortage. So women taking up that job, I really congratulate you, and doing it so well and reaching levels of excellence. I would like to congratulate you on that. Of course, we do have, though I don't want to, in fact, ma'am was saying some time back that in the garb of International Women's Day, a lot of men are also being called to get the awards. So I don't want to talk much about the National Public Bus Transport Excellence Awards. I don't want to talk much about it, but I'm extremely happy to be here. In fact, today I was feeling, little disturbed to come here all the way to Delhi on the second Saturday, which is a holiday. Number one. Number two, now, whatever 35 days of post-superannuation, I would like to avail all my holidays. Why not? But then I had to come here, so I'm very happy to be here. And I would once again congratulate ASRTU for taking this initiative of felicitating the women drivers and conductors on the eve of International Women's Day. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rao, for sharing all the words of wisdom. May I please request Dr. Kiran to kindly share some souvenirs with all our guests here on the dais. It's time to present the souvenirs. We'll start with Ms. Geetam Tiwari. Thank you so much for coming and gracing the occasion. Ms. Deepa Mudul. Ms. Priyanka M. And Mr. Dwarka Tirumala Rao. May I request Dr. Surekaran to kindly present the vote of thanks.
First of all, before I thank the dignitaries and all of you, I would like to apologize to all the CEOs, MDs, and all the HODs, officers of STUs for not providing you proper place to sit, because we didn't expect such a huge response from all of you. And thankful for you all having come, but next time we will make better efforts to make the hall bigger and better. And now I'd like to thank Sir, start with Vice President, sir, because this is where it all started. When we wanted to do this event, I went to Sir and said, if he's going to come to Delhi, we'll have this event, otherwise we won't have this event. Then that's how I got the consent from him. And then thank you so much, sir. And thank you, ma'am, Geetam Tiwari, ma'am, for having come here. The reason I would always say that, we should associate with people like you, especially public bus transport. We haven't been doing that. I know we haven't been doing that. But we need to work so much more to improve the safety of bus transport, especially because we are the only organized sector in India who has more than 4 lakh drivers driving buses and more than 1.5 lakh buses on the road. And we are expected to lead the way for everybody else to follow the rules. So we need to do work together, and I request you to take extra initiatives to do something for us so that we'll start implementing in the future. Thank you so much, ma'am, for having come here. I thank Priyanka, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. You've been inspiration to all of us all the time. And future, I think you should be leading the ASRTU also, so that we'll have much better things to happen in ASRTU. Your enthusiasm is really fantastic. Thank you so much. And Deepa, ma'am, you've just joined, and then a long way to go in PMPML, I believe, because PMPML keeps having leadership change very often. Within 2 years, you had 5 MDs changing, so I hope you would stay there for 3 years and do something for PMPML. Thank you so much for having. And MDs over here, GSRTC MD, Best MD, and JK MD, all the Tamil Nadu MDs who are here. When, like, this event is garnished with all superstars today, and that too, with all HODs, MDs, in the presence of them. It is really a privilege for the conductors and especially women conductors and drivers, to be honored before all of you. And the opportunity given to ASRTU to do this event, I'm really thankful to all of you. And the women drivers and conductors, I know it's a very tough time, because convincing you to come here was a major thing for all of us. We had to keep really pushing hard to convince you all to come here. And thank you so much. And all the award winners, officers who are here, thank you so much. All the agencies who've been associated with us. And I especially thank all of them. And my team, ASRTU, especially Pawan Jha and all the other team members, worked very, very hard for this event to happen. And once more, I apologize for not providing you enough seating capacity. And then I request you all to join for lunch. The VIP's lunch is downstairs, Magnolia Hall. And then the rest of it can share the lunch here in the corridor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making this event a grand success. Thank you. Thank you, sir.